Pre-Solution, bringing you the Bay Hip Hop Festival 2019, guys. We are in a location, as you can see behind me, in Motherwell. Yeah, that's where we're at. We are bringing you Prince, Tsviel him the Prince, one-on-one interview with him, the legend. He's gonna be telling us where he came from in hip hop, where it all started for him, and then he's gonna be dropping a little bit of freestyle in there. So stick with us. Yeah, let's jump straight to it. Tsviel the Prince.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who you are and what you do, please tell the world who you are.
Peace and love, discipline. My name is Tsviel ThePrinciple. Born and raised in PE. Was a Kele, bought a house in Motherwell. Cut the story short, I was studying in James Jalobe, whereby friends Abutanga and others, and then we started this hip hop thing back in the day, 2002. Created a movement, Ghetto Youth Uprising, whereby we felt like the knowledge of self element of hip hop as a culture, this is what's motivated us in the ghetto, so this is why it was Ghetto Youth Uprising, and then we started to do this Tossa thing, and so I'm from Motherwell NU2 Show Village, doing this conscious hip hop, the awakening music, on the banner of the cult of the element with hip hop with knowledge of self. So hip hop has a lot of elements, there are battles, but with me, with my nature and who I am, it was just my calling whereby I have to base on knowledge of self.
So now, okay, I hear you. On my next question,
Yeah.
When did you know music was your calling? Because I must say that you have a calling for music.
Yeah, as I'm saying, man, when I was at school, man, 1996 when I started this, back in the days, and I guess by the time we were in the movement of Ghetto Youth Uprising, I could see this became something which just was personal to me, something that was bigger than me stepping on stage, having fans and people that, so it became something of my everyday life, as I'm saying that hip hop, the knowledge of self, it made me to know myself more, where I'm from, my history, we as black people, why we are where we're at, with all the things that are happening around us. So with me, I felt like hip hop became that thing whereby, okay, this is like I could feel it's not something, there is that thing element whereby when you master something and then you feel like it's talent, it became more than a talent to me because it was my life, and I felt like the way I channel music, the way I channel the message, the impact that I make to people's lives, without giving the money, but I have a lot of people who confess how they were changed by my music. And then it made me realize that this is bigger than just stepping on stage. It has influence in the everyday lives of people. So I can say from Ghetto Youth Uprising till this day, this is where, from 2002 in other words.
How would you describe your own style of sound?
With my own style of sound, as someone who come from the underground background, like I grew up listening to Wu-Tang and then Brooklyn and stuff. So I'm doing that music that makes you think. That is why I just term as in I do that conscious rap. Conscious emceeing. That awakening music. And this is why I came up with the idea and the brand of discipline, whereby, so it's something that has to do with your mind, and how you see yourself and how you see the world around you, So to make it just easy, I just say, I do conscious rap, So it's just an awakening music,
I heard you mentioning someone, a group there. I think Wu-Tang, you just mentioned.
Wu-Tang Clan,
which leads me to my next question.
Yeah.
Who were some of your influences earlier on?
Back in the days, as I said, man, Wu-Tang, man, really was a huge influence to me. I won't lie, like RZA. I think the background of the brothers, where they from, when I look at Brooklyn, how they came about from nothing, unsigned, doing music, what they love. They didn't have to subject to the already existing or what the corporate wanted at the time. They stick on the underground, they drop knowledge like science about Africans, where they from. We really related. So this is why now, in our generation, when we formed like the Ghetto Youth Uprising, we made impacted even ourselves, because we spoke what we were and what the people are. I remember when we started the Fennec, with the first, I'm one of the first people who started this Xhosa rap. Not because of I speak Xhosa, but we wanted to approach and, to bring relevance to what hip hop was about. Because at school we used to be called niggas, so we wanted people to know this is not just we were copying United States brothers to be niggas, wearing big chains. This was us, we brought knowledge even in Xhosa rap, but now nowadays everyone is rapping Xhosa without even understanding where we're from. But next point, but just as I'm saying, it's something that of which, it's been there. Wu-Tang, man, was a huge influence worldwide, and I guess even now, when you mention Ghetto Youth Uprising, because we started with the same spirit of what influenced us, it's still making impact even today. Regardless of that, the movement is no longer active like that. But wherever we are as individuals, as brothers who were part of the Ghetto Youth Uprising, they're making the same impact wherever they are, because they were themselves, the energy that we had that time, as young as we were, we still generate, the same spirit, the same character, of hip-hop, as a culture, because we are really culturally equipped when it comes to hip-hop elements and all of those things.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah. When it comes to being an artist and a songwriter, how do you creatively approach each? When it's time to work, do you prefer one over the other?
As a songwriter, when maybe from where I'm from, some songs you write them without a beat, and some songs you hear a beat and then it sparks a chorus, and then I think from where I'm from, because the message, for example, there are times whereby I can't even write songs, like even if I would get the beat and try to write, songs won't just come out. This thing happens with the mood and the spirit and how you feel with seasons and times. I guess it's one of the reasons why I named Wu-Tang. It's because their sounds was eternal. I believe the way the brothers even they wrote back in the days, it was every time, when you are a musician being called for matches purposes, it goes with seasons and time. So whatever you write at a specific point in time, it lasts for ages. Because it's something that you dig deep when you read it, when you wrote it. It's not just something, so sometimes it does happen, because I've been around, I can get a call from someone and say, hey, dude, I want to do a mixtape. Can you come through? I have a beat. That doesn't mean I can't just go and write a song for him. But I'm talking about my circumference as an artist. There are certain times where I feel like, okay, I'm not in the mood to write. For like 6 months down the line, 7 months down the line, I can't write nothing. But, it's just one of those things. It depends. It depends. It depends.
You have been busy making penning songs and looks for some sought after producers in the game right now. What have you learned from these recent experiences working with producers?
Yeah, man. I've worked with. I don't work with a lot of producers like that, but the brothers that I worked with, brothers out of which they really liked my sound. I always tell them that this fire rapper. Apparently, I'm too conscious. Everyone tell my music is too strict. Even before I came with the concept with discipline, But one thing I can say, it's great to work with brothers who have the same mind and the same objectives as you are as an artist. It doesn't become difficult. They produce sound that will accommodate the tone and the message of what I'm doing. Like I got Dwayne in my projections, I got Gil, I work with Eden. I worked with the projector from Joburg. I have songs that I'm working with him. There's a guy called who plays even, I say Eutonic. I have a Pitology, I can't forget the Pitology. Pitology, one of the brothers that was with us from the beginning. These are brothers who've been doing music for me, Some others, I remember one time, brothers would be giving me beats, man, and then I don't release. Brothers would be angry, like, why you don't drop, giving you big beats, I remember with, and it goes back what I'm saying. With me, music has, with time, because whatever I write, I spend time because I respect my audience. That's the thing. So when you listen to me, I don't want you to say, oh, that dope, but that beat was dope. I want to say the song. You see the song, hey, this. So our, the song. So everything that I do, the deliverance must complement the beat. I'm so choosy. I don't rap for everything. Yeah.
A peaky one.
Yeah. It's very important, regardless of the fact that rappers, some rappers they're full of ego when it comes to their rhymes, and because at home when you wrote the song maybe you were alone and then you wanted it to come up in a certain way. But you really need someone, the one who was engineering the actual sound, to give you the actual full scope of how the song maybe might sound, you see. So it's very important for as a rapper or as a writer, to work in hand with the person that is on the intro, because either way I've grown to understand that the beat is part of the song, is part of the writing of what you did. This is what when you write lyrics, the lyrics that you write are part of the instrument. I've grown to understand that this is what makes a perfect song. When someone listens to a song, your lyrics that you wrote, they are part of the instrumentation that flows. This is what makes a perfect song, like perfect, a classic joint. If you would listen all the classic joints from '68, the brothers back then, or the elders back then, they mastered the element of making lyrics a sound, more than just words, a sound, part of the instrumentation, So it's very important. Even with me, this is what I've been doing. I've been open to brothers who give me beats, I guess they trust me enough, But yeah, I've been open to get suggestions, and sometimes it will happen, one will give me a beat, and then I come with a different concept than what he expected, but still I will kill it. Yeah, so it's been good, man. It's been good.
No. Do you have any current project which you are actually pushing and promoting at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm working on my album, a double album, Discipline. Double album will be, I'm planning to drop it next year, because I haven't dropped anything since 2012 when I dropped NU, which was a six-track project that I've been pushing for the last 7 years, great project. It was NU. I created a learnership tour that made me travel nationwide, I gained a lot of experience, I've met a lot of brothers, engaging, even learning myself in the long run, because as an artist, that's what I did. I had to open a room for myself to grow, so that polished my style, polished my work, my originality, So when I dropped this year on March the track called Free You, I knew what I've had to work with for the past 7 years. So there is a joint that I dropped which is called Free You. I dropped, it's available in Reverb Nation, SoundCloud for streaming and downloading. So there is a Free You joint which is out there, which it gives people the idea of what I'm about now, or what they're supposed to wait for on the actual full-length album. Yeah. So I'm still working on the full-length album. I'm planning to drop an LP maybe before the double, just to, I have a lot of works, man, at home. A lot of joints. So yeah, but I'm working on the double album, and I'm not planning to feature any rapper. Like it's real, it's real. It's one of those projects whereby you feel like you want to make an impact, and not any rapper will say, yeah, I helped him. Because there is something now within the music industry.
You own your phone.
Yeah, exactly. You will want to get a feature, from Joburg Cats, so that you will release a track, and then everyone will identify you through this. So I come from an era whereby you make your stamp on yourself, you work on your own art. So I still believe in that, I still believe in myself, I'll be able to do that. But other than that, Free You is a joint that is active now on the screen lines. It's available on Reverb Nation and SoundCloud, so people can be able to just browse through and catch it out.
Okay, they look for name?
Tsviel. Yeah, you just said Tsviel ThePrinciple, you just go out.
100%.
Yeah.
Are you currently with a record label, or are you doing your own movement?
Yeah, I'm still unsigned, man. Yeah, still unsigned. The brother is still unsigned, doing my own thing as if I'm signed. Yeah. Well, I think what I did, I thought like if I'll wait to be signed, that will cause me to delay in a lot of things. So, chose to get a job, find my own music, take my own time, buy studio time, and do what I want, the way it sounds, and then it's not that I'm not open to anyone who would be interested to sign me, but I didn't want to wait it becomes something that determined my movement, you know. So at the
Yeah.
moment I'm not signed. I'm open to anyone who wants to bring an offer, be it money, because even I don't even have a manager. I'm still my own manager, to be where I am. And other people don't even understand, wow, you made such impact. It's for all these years. No one has been managing you, you know. Yeah, but I'm open to work with brothers. I believe in that, you know. Everyone who specializes in management, and brothers can touch me, you know, and then we can reach a certain agreement. And then if it fulfills the purpose of my idea of what the music about, then it's on, you know. I'm not someone who's closed the door not to be managed, not to be signed, you know. As long as it's gonna fulfill the objective of what I'm about. It's discipline time, man.
A lot of brothers have been dropping mixtapes lately.
Yeah.
This year, last year.
Throughout time, yeah.
What's your opinion of the mixtape game and the market?
Yeah, mixtapes are things that have been there, man, throughout time. Mixtapes, it's just tapes that are mixed. Like, it's hip-hop, man. Hip-hop is unorganized professionalism. That's what you understand. That's what hip-hop is about. You know, you got tapes. For example, I'll make a practical example. Nas had lost tapes, but he had songs that he wrote, but he never released officially, and then he just picked up the songs and then he released them. You know, so those things, they work efficiently when you know you have an album coming, you know, or maybe you even make a certain impact in the industry, you know, and then you want to put these tapes around, you know, you circulate them, you know. But mixtapes are not professionally as in an album. There's a difference between an album and a mixtape, you know. So as a hip-hopper from back in the days, I know the impact and the idea behind a mixtape, you know. And there are brothers that I've listened to their mixtape. They have been good, man, you know. But I'm not that mixtape type of brother like that, you know. I always believe in just drop something, not just say formal, but something conceptual, you know, because a mixtape doesn't have a concept. You just put maybe one name of any other song within the tape, and then you put it there, because it's just mixtapes that of which you want to make an impact, you want to channel to the viewers or whatsoever, you know. So, but mixtapes, man, it's hip-hop, man, you know. It's hip-hop.
What sets you apart from other artists in the game, in the hip hop game?
In the hip-hop game, man. Yo, TV,
Because your craft is different.
yeah, absolutely. What I'll say is, man, I had 7 years of my life whereby I spent into learning a lot about myself, you know, on a personal level, whereby, as I said, through GYU experiences and the music that we did, it reached a level to me whereby this was no longer about what I say when I'm on stage, but the lifestyle I live outside stage, you know. And when I reached that level whereby I have to sort certain things about myself, you know, because I said big things on stage, man. I rap like reality stuff, but it sparked something in my mind whereby I'm like, okay, I think I need time now to deal with myself, to solidify, just to create a solid foundation. Because I saw brothers, you know, all throughout, like universally, whereby artists are very good, man, and talented. But throughout time, brothers are caught up in drugs, caught up in alcohol, caught up in that, you know. So it means that there is something that they never did off stage, you know. So when you don't set yourself properly or balance your off-stage life, and then when you're on stage, no matter how talented you are, it's gonna be affected, you know. So with me, what kept me original is because I had to be real with myself off stage, you know. So I took time, you know. I've learned a lot of stuff, you know, even with performances, you know. I'm someone who like to jog, you know, brothers they used to say, but they didn't know how those things are interconnected with how I'm performing. Every element of performances and how I write, those things become an element of the same product. So I had to work within so I know now, if I hear someone, I can able to tell someone who listen to my song, a rapper, it's because I've worked on myself. I can know someone who's been influenced by me. But you can't tell, when I rap, you can't say, okay, Prince, reminds you of someone. It's because I spend time, you know. So it's something that I always advise even the brothers, you know. Although we're doing hip-hop, all of us, but you must have the originality, you know. You must be original. And someone else, when they listen to you, you must not remind them of someone else. You understand? So my secret was, I spent time with myself. I had to be patient with myself. So that what kept me to be this far. So I had to be patient. I remember when Kululekani dropped, you know, Ohave and Yakim, they were able to drop their projects, and then I was a silent one, and people figured it out because Prince, they used to know Prince was the one who used to bring fire within the crew, you know, and where the Prince is at, but they didn't know the giant was still training, you know, understand? So I had to train, you know, I had to lift weights, man, because this game is a championship, then you must be fit, dude. So I had to be strong so that when the punches come to me, the way I react, I won't fall, but I'll react with, and then, exactly. So basically, yeah, man, you know, what keep me different, yeah, it's a discipline, man. Discipline, I'll build it to myself, man. I had to work, man. That's what I always suggest to brothers. Brothers must work, man, within themselves and work on their art. Then that's where the secret is, you know. This is how you control your surrounding, how you control people to see at you. It's how you deal with yourself. It starts there and ends there.
How about you mention it? Because now in the game,
Yep.
you hear a lot of what you call it. Whenever you hear a new artist,
Absolutely.
you can actually say that, no man, this one reminds me of so and so.
Yeah.
This one reminds me of so and so. This one reminds me of so and so. It's very few whereby now you will listen to an artist and say, wow, this is fire.
Yeah,
this is new.
Yeah.
This is new.
And then you keep asking yourself, where is it from?
Where is it from?
Yeah.
Who did he listen to?
Exactly.
Who did he listen to? See?
I think it's because that brothers, they don't spend in time with their art. You know, it goes back what I'm saying. Like 3-4 years back, when we had such movements and Ghetto Youth Uprising and Smack Lounge Camp, even back in the days, you would hear Smack Lounge. It was different, like from Motherwell, because the brothers, they had their own space, they spend their own time within, you know. So, but now these days, we just want to see what's happening in television, and then we fear to create our own fan bases, you know. But now, this is what I'm doing now. I'm just creating my own fan base still. I'm still maintaining my own style. Wherever I go, people, they keep asking, how did you survive? You know, those are questions that people will ask you. Man, how did you survive? Because you could see, man, now it's happened. But what I would always say is, man, hip-hop is a culture, man. And if hip-hop is a culture, and then I think one of the other things that people slept on is this knowledge of self element that I said I'm talking about in the hip-hop culture in general. I'm happy now I'm in an interview of Bay Hip Hop because I must talk about the culture, man. And there's a saying that that sticked in my mind in the brothers from States when they spoke about hip hop. They say, by the time you forget the culture of hip hop, your art will be dead. You understand? So that means you can, no matter how talented you are, but if you are culturally dead as an artist, you're gonna be destroyed. So this is what has happened to all the artists whereby this brother is talented, he has made moves, he has made impact, he has a lot of fans. But in his personal lifestyle, the brother, we all face difficulties, we all face challenges, we all face circumstances in life, but how you react to that, you know, if you culturally and mentally equipped as a person, you will be able, you won't allow whatever you face makes you to go to these addictions and all of these things, and then your fan base is still looking at you now, you see. So the culture of hip-hop, the reason why the brothers have always emphasized the importance of us having to know ourselves as an element, the cultural aspects of the music, you know, it's a key, man. It's a key.
Are there any artists or DJs you've been working with or you'd like to work with in the future or in the near future?
Yeah, but there are brothers, you know, that have approached me, basically, you know. Yeah, there are brothers who have been approaching me, and there are brothers that I grew up. But at the moment, I feel like I want to work with the brothers that I grew up with, you know, the brothers that I know, especially from here, Motherwell, like Abu Sabs, you know, Abu Kill, you know, Dwai. I would like to work with Dwai on a full album still. I can't forget Dwai. Dwai took us from nothing, man. This is a brother, man, that had faith in us. I remember, man, when Kulekani came through in Abantu was still staying at the house. The brother funded the studio time and gave us beats. We had nothing. This is where we're from with Dwai. Dwai pop out cash to Uvin said for us to record. He gave us beats. You know, we laced tracks. This is how Dwight trusted in what we did. You know, I can't forget him, man. I can't forget. So I'm just, you know, so Dwight, you know, Pitology, Usabs, you know, there are other brothers even I heard now that are still around you know, but I haven't met face to face, you know. I'm someone who's still open for the fact that I've said that I'm working on a double album.
Yeah.
So I would like all the brothers who feel they have material that I can use, you understand? Yeah, I can. I'm open. I'm not in any point in time to buy beats though. Yeah, I can't buy beats, man. I got brothers who got my back. So this is why I've reached a level whereby every beat maker that feels okay, my sound deserves consciousness, they can bring it through, you know. Yeah, they can bring it through. So I'm still open, man. I'm still open to work with brothers, you know. I haven't limited anyone, you know. I'm still meeting brothers, even sessions. Even now, I'm trying to travel as much as I can to support other acts. You know, you don't go to shows because you're performing, you know. Yeah, you go just to support the brothers, to engage, you know, to see what's happening. Yeah.
What do you ultimately want to accomplish or achieve in the music industry?
Within the music industry, man, I would really love, man, to have my own stable, though. You know, yeah, I would love to have my own stable, you know, especially in the Eastern Cape, you know. Coming from that GYU, Ghetto Youth Uprising movement, where we had an idea of creating an industry in the Eastern Cape, where we'll be influential in the ghettos where we're from, you know, putting this to where the people are, you know, doing the music that is making people to be aware of certain and the causes of what is causing us to suffer certain instances in the ghetto. So I would love maybe to have, you know, a stable, you know, like a recording stable or an empire, you know, that won't be even musically narrowed, you know, something that will be really accommodative, you know, even to the youths that are coming, you know. Open, creating a platform for all the creative arts, you know. Going back to what I said, that hip hop has all the elements, you know. You have kids who are able to draw, you know, you have kids who can be poets, you know. We need to create such platforms. So my whole objective with the music that I'm doing, if I can have a stable, you know, company that will be able to be centered where I'm from, you know, whereby it's gonna be a platform created for the kids to grow in, you know. There will be recording studios, you know, training centers, you know, health issues. People become more aware, you know, of where they're from, historical backgrounds, you know. I believe this is, I'm still on that same idea, man. I had from my Evan Jane, you know.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man. I'm still the real black man. That's what they call me. You know. Yeah, I'm still that black coffee without a milk. You know. Yeah. So basically, that's my whole objective, man. Just to create that empire. You know, that to create that national influential. You know, within here, especially here in Motherwell, because I was away and then I came back and then I could see how the scene has been quiet for some time. And then it makes me worry, you know, and then I was like, okay, I will be able to just meet up with the brothers. It won't be something huge, and then we'll start to rebuild some stuff. But in the long-term future, yeah, man, I want to create an empire here, man. I must bring back the ghetto youth. Yeah, it's the time. We must surprise, man. We are born to rise.
Ghetto Youth Uprising.
You see, it's in the wall, man.
Ghetto
It's in
Youth
the wall.
Yeah.
So that's what Tsviel the Prince is about, man. You know, my people, you know. Yeah,
Tsviel the Prince.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Bless us with the freestyle, please.
Yeah, man.
Bless us with the freestyle.
Yeah, no
Bless us
doubt,
with the
no
freestyle.
doubt. Taking you back, you know. Back in the day, let's go this, man. What? Encwadini obomi ngabe igama lakho likhona ebomini unasona isathu sokuphila encwadini obomi ngabe igama lakho likhona ebomini unalo na ixesha lokucinga encwadini obomi ngabe igama lakho likhona ebomini unasona isathu sokuphila ebomini unalo na ixesha lokucinga. Bay hip hop forever. Encwadini obomi ngabe igama lakho likhona ebomini unasona isathu sokuphila lizele kweli hlabathi selinkene ngempilo limathumba ndaka phansi kwempandezelo sikafaro ungumlungu edidiyela inyunyu fast food ukutya ngxamile kwikhefa yenza sidumba amathumbu odyakalase bathi indoda ibona ngesisi esikhulu xa sisifa bayavuya benza imali ngezidumbu bayas engcwabeni sozofumana izulu nobekasi fesini uyiphethe useyinja yamabhuku emhlabeni uthixo umfulathelo umnyama uthenza umlungu sozuvuka eboxini ku6 futhi kunzulu reason before collapsing life is too short xa usisaka somhlaba lovers of ignorance iya kubantu abancinci komncinci nomdala esisihamba indlela zasibulala emnqumeni sathona sifuna iziqhamo zalapho silime khona akusekho nokukhanya encwadini yobomi ngabe igama lakho likhona ebomini unalo na ixesha locinga encwadini yobomi ngabe igama lakho likhona ebomini unalo na ixesha locinga pay hip hop ixesha locinga pay hip hop forever
2019
izelo kwelihlabasa ngene ngempilo limathumba ntaka phansi kwempandezelo sikafaro ongumlungu edidi yelinyunyu fast food ukutya xakini uchefe yenza sithumba amathumba kwelihlabathi libhutyubhutyi inyaya enxoko lomlungu izele and Buddha.
keep it going.
Yeah, it's a freestyle session, man. Okay, man. I think, man, I should drop a freestyle like, yo, back in the days, 2002 in this square, man, we used to hold it down. Consciousness, you know how we do. I was Princeton, cool legal. I used to go with my Milan, Umdana Wengozi, Umagi, used to stay, man. You know what we used to do, man? It's like Buengamaginsa. Yo, in the crib, we used to hold it down, freestyling, dropping knowledge, understanding where we from. The knowledge and the assistant, we used to exist. Yo, other brothers used to study in universities, man. I remember that time I was still coming in the Utenek. I came from the crib, Ulukanyo, the Black Sea, the brothers now, Umei. We used to come in and blow with him. This is where we studied the GYU. 7 years down the line, NU, TVL now still dropping the same message. Discipline is the album coming through 2020 or 2021. It won't be delayed, still feel it the same. You know, it's the message, still back in the days. It's kingdom age, it's discipline age, man. Still the same face, man. I ain't changed, man. I'm still like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. You know how I do, I'm still a top dog. I never stop, man. We're dropping this, freestyling this, man. We ain't making money, we make truth. We make common sense, man, like I was in Chicago. You know I was doing this, man, in the streets. Racing this, dropping this storm like I'm thunder from Mainza. Utangaje and Dulilangaje when I come on the microphone. Doing all those, man, when I secure them souls, man. I'm like, I want to name all the brothers that I'm from, man. GYU, representing Gino, Abantu, Kululekani, Sons of Law, Squad, McLeod Camp, D1, Pumelelo, Chris Solution, the brothers holding us down, man. I gotta represent, man, the brothers who take it as far, you know. Tsviel ThePrinciple, 400%, forever.
Also a rainbow
Tsviel
nation,
ThePrinciple,
united in
Free
our
You,
diversity.
the new single
But today,
for
our
the
politics,
debut
our
album,
life
double album,
experiences, even our
Discipline.
social circles
Pay
seem
hip-hop
once more
forever,
to be
man.
defined
We'll
by
rise.
race.
We've been
It
here
seems like
forever,
the Rainbow
though.
Nation project has failed.
Yeah.
Why?
Let's go, man. One truth, they are two spirit. They are three dominating religions, 4 seasons, 5 senses, 6 feet deep, 7 perfection, 8 infinite, no way to kill cataclysm. Then there's a freedom with 11 languages. Why you never figure the source of our problem is there is one truth, they are two spirit. They are 3 dominating religions, 4 seasons. Are you free? Because Madiba told you in 1994, exempt from God's law, which is a measuring war. Spirit of truth, deliverance from darkness to dawn. Seesaw, spiritual war. What do you think for? You have a car in the house, but you're still yelling for more to be accepted. Black as a slave, master door, qualified, poor, mind your own business and raw. That the new Greek thought, freedom you have been taught. Onslaught with your own mind, body are brought to a house and have gold like white people and talk with foolish talk like we can talk but money talk. Either way, the system gave you a right to be wrong. Roman judges and lawyers in court, no justice at all. Legislation of racism, apartheid control, jurisdiction of 9-1, nigga to 4, making this bow down, praise the initial force. One truth, they are two spirit. They are 3 dominating religions, 4 seasons, 5 senses, 6 feet deep, 7 perfection, 8 infinite, no way to kill cataclysm. Then there's a freedom with 11 languages. Why you never figure the source of our problems? One truth, one bay of hip hop, one bay of hip hop. Ha! Are you free? Because Matiba told you in 1994, exempt from God's law, which is a mentoring law. Julius Caesar was gay, like Alexander the Great. This is why the chains Michael Jackson faced to be paid to imitate the goddess of Egypt. That's why they gave him fame more than 20 years. Dances that are symbol of his snake, ISIS. Recognize fee favorable prices in horoscope writing in the book of your magazine. Discipline is the way of life. We gotta go back before the white man systems that generates death. Discipline is the way of life. We gotta go back, man. Power, peace, and knowledge of self. Discipline is the way of life. We gotta go back before the white man systems that generates death. Discipline is the way of life. We gotta go back. Power, peace, and do you know your enemy? Who's beyond economy? Food prices, taxes, who control your currency? Third world country philosophy, rampant nation theory, private sector, who has public authority? Black empowerment without God in the prophecy. Blue eye, white Jesus in community. Do you know your enemy? Who's beyond economy? Food prices, taxes, who control your currency? I say the time has come for you to open your eye. From the day that you were born, what have you done with your life? Ukufoka nyuphila kusezandleni zakho. Ukufoka nyuphila kusezandleni zakho. I say the time has come for you to open your eye. From the day that you were born, what have you done with your life? Ukufoka nyuphila kusezandleni zakho. TVL, the principle, baby. 400% forever.
Discipline.
400%.
Mr. Tsviel him. I think that's it.
We thank you very much at the Bay Hip Hop Festival 2019
Forever.
for having us, for actually gracing us, giving us giving us a glimpse of where it all started.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. No, we thank you very much. Yeah, man. That's it. I think that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
400%. One love, man. Discipline forever.
That's it, guys.
That's a wrap.
You heard it from him. That's it. That's it. That's a wrap. Where it all began, he told us what he wants in the end to build for hip hop in the music industry, for PE and Motherwell. Thank you for sticking with us. On the 23rd, we'll be at Pata Pata. So come through. The ticket is 20 rands. We'll be bringing you nothing but the best of the Bay hip hop. Bye bye.